I don't know, but I have a class right now.
So everybody knows Carlos made that of the Stanford Market Center, and it's not that choppy when you watch it real time. He did
That's
a really,
awesome.
really great job. And if anybody,
Terrific.
you want a copy of it in Stanford, he can send it to you.
Yeah, you should put it on the YouTube channel.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Good idea.
Yep.
Okay. So everybody, we're here today to talk about, today is Wednesday at 1 o'clock. We're here to talk about virtual open houses, and Christine Olenek is a guru of doing that and working on social media. And she's being very modest, and she's going to share with some things that she's done. And she's done some really great stuff. And we'll open it up to questions at the end. Christine, what do you want to share with us?
Sure. So I sent Carlos 3 different versions of what I've done, from the very basic to also, what do you do if you can't get in the house? What do you do if you don't have good pictures? So I think Carlos wants to probably just show the first video, which literally is me walking through the house. It's very basic, but it's just walking through. This is my listing, 15 Mayflower Lane, and we can just listen to this for a second.
From 15 Mayflower Lane in Weston, Connecticut. I'm actually doing a virtual open house tour for some people who are interested in purchasing the property. But I'd share it with everybody so everybody could see this incredible home. Look at this. It's such a gorgeous day. So I'm going to give you a quick peek of the inside. Here is the master bedroom. Tons of natural light. Here we go, in a little sitting area.
The sitting area is the size of my apartment.
A huge.
How big is this house, Christine?
Almost 9,000 square feet.
Actually, the former tenant.
And I'm going quickly because of the furniture that's there. I didn't want to really highlight it because the tenant hadn't moved out all the furniture yet.
Look at this great room. Is it not spectacular? Simply stunning. And it leads right out to the stone terrace. And then down below, I'll show you, it goes right out to the Assateague River. So you can canoe, paddleboard, fish out there as well. I'll take you back inside. And over this way is the bright and spacious kitchen. Look how great this is. Again, there's just so much natural light and doors leading out everywhere.
So is that the exact opposite side from the master?
Absolutely. Yeah, exactly.
I got it.
And then we'll go up to see the other 5 bedrooms upstairs.
I like how you're talking
and below us
through it
is the lower level.
because it kind of
It's
helps.
Huge ceilings.
Right, exactly.
Being redone, that's why I can't take you down there right now. But I can show you this upper level. There's 2 bedrooms in here with a Jack and Jill bathroom.
And had I had more time, I would have walked more through the rooms, but I mean, you kind of get the gist.
Yeah, definitely.
Suite. How great is this?
Also important to remember that this is not, you know, it doesn't have to be perfect.
No,
I mean-
absolutely not at all.
Just do it.
And we're conveniently located in Lower Weston. The schools are amazing. They're top notch, always rated one of the best in the state of Connecticut. And we're right next door to the Aspetuck Valley Country Club. We're close to downtown Westport, to the Westport Beach, great restaurants, and really close to charming Weston Center. So if you'd like to come take a look, email me, christineo@kw.com. I'd love to show you around.
I love it.
So as you guys can see, very, very, very basic, but then I uploaded that to YouTube. So it's easy to share. And you can share it on, you know, share it with people, but you also can share it on, you know, Twitter, on LinkedIn and other, you know, places like that. Carlos, you want to share this one now?
Sure. That was nice.
Great.
So that one was created by an app called Ripple. It's RIPL. And as you can see, you can put in the graphics and the text on every screen. You can pick whatever kind of music you'd like. Again, it's a great way. This house is sold, but let's say it was on the market and I couldn't get in. It's a great way to use the professional photographs that you have and make something really pretty like this. And then again, you can share it with clients, with agents, share it on YouTube, share it on Facebook, share it on Instagram. But just another video that you can do to show clients when you can't get into the house to do a virtual walkthrough.
And I like the concept of the text because a lot of times we forget that we do this every day and we see everything, but a lot of clients may not see, like what you wrote here. This one was really good. Modern kitchen, appliance, ample dining space, stuff like that. You know, you have to either say it or text it out, right? So that was good.
Right, exactly.
So Christine, Carlos, do you have to have advanced skills to figure out how to put the graphics and the text in with that?
Absolutely not. It's so easy. It's, like I said, it's RIPL. And you sadly, you only get 12 photographs, but then it literally walks you through, do you want text on the photos? You type in the text. This one, probably, you know, your first one's going to take you 5 or 10 minutes, probably not longer than that. And I'd be happy to walk you guys through it. If you want to do another Zoom or, you know, just call me and I'll walk you through it.
Excellent. Thank you.
But it really is simple.
Okay, you want me to go to the next one?
Sure. And then this third one, guys, I don't know if you all know, but on the MLS, this was done on the MLS. They grabbed the first, I think it's 13 or 14 pictures that you have of your listing. It makes a slideshow and you have all the information on the bottom and it puts it to music of their choice. But then again, you can see up in the right-hand side, you can easily share it on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, you can mail it. And it's a free, easy version. Literally at the end of the listing, it will ask you if you want to have a virtual movie made. You click yes, and within an hour or so, it makes this movie for you. So we'll
And
watch
what
this now.
is that? What company is that?
It's on the MLS.
Oh, your iMovie thing.
Exactly. You just click after the remarks. It gives you the option to click on iMovie or not, or virtual movie. Click yes. It will create this for you.
Hey, Christine, where does it go? How do you get it?
Okay, so when you go to your listings, you've got to be in your listings. Then when you go to add edit, and then you go to, where you can add an edit, and there's a remarks page. After the remarks page, it takes you to a page that asks you if you want a virtual movie. You literally click yes, and they will make this for you.
And does it get emailed to you, or is it
Nope,
just reside?
you just check back in about, they say it could take up to an hour, but it typically takes about 15 minutes.
Wow.
Check back in it, then on your listing. So then you go to your listing, and all the little icons where showing time is and all those little icons. The last icon typically it says iMovie or virtual movie. Click on that, then this will come up once it's done and created.
And it's easy to share and put wherever you want as well?
Yeah, so this one, as you can see up in the right-hand corner, you can put it on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or you can mail it. As simple as can be.
Wow, that's great.
Yep.
I'll play the
Well,
video.
let's watch it.
Great.
So you said the first 13 or 14 pictures?
Exactly. So if you might have to change the pictures around if you want different pictures in it. I mean, obviously
Right.
that didn't show any of the bedrooms or the playroom or things like that. But again, I mean, it's free and easy, and then you can easily share it. And it has all the house information on it.
Right, that's awesome.
Hey,
That's
it's
awesome.
Lori. I did the MLS class the other day, and they actually recommended that if you're going to want one of these, put the first 12 or 13 pictures you want. Then when the movie's made, go back in and switch the photos.
Exactly.
Right.
Because I didn't get any of my basements or my outsides because I didn't realize that.
Right, exactly.
This came in very handy for me just today because I had a client I was sending some listings to, and I explained to him that that reel is at the reel or that little iMovie thing's at the top of the listing. Explained to him how to use it. So it's very useful for people who can't get into houses today.
Absolutely. And then there's another idea. So if you have a house that doesn't have the professional pictures yet, and the owners or the tenants will take pictures for you, they're not going to be great. We know that. But if you get a brown box or box brownie. Yeah. They will turn your pictures into professional type pictures, where then you can make movies like what was just shown.
Really?
And that's a website?
Yes, it is. oh God, it's boxbrownie.com.
Great.
So they make more professional photos out of the other, whatever photos
Exactly. They just have, really high tech editing tools so they can
Mhm.
make, dark, dank, pictures
Yeah.
look really nice.
Got it.
Yes, that's exactly it.
They also remove stuff, and they do virtual staging and all that other good stuff.
Yeah, they're really great. I've used them to virtually stage and they do a very good job. So, you can, that's another option as well.
Yeah,
And-
they've been at Family Reunion, and their prices are really reasonable.
Yes, definitely.
I have used Box Brownie almost with all my listings at this point because,
Oh, well.
what they can do so inexpensively, and they turn it around in usually less than a day.
Wow.
So it doesn't hold you up. I've used them for all their services, whether it's virtual staging, swapping out green grass, blue sky, that kind of a thing. So I highly
they're
recommend
awesome.
them.
That's
They can
cool.
also make a movie for you as well.
Can I throw something out? This past weekend, I did a walkthrough, or actually last week, I did a walkthrough at a new listing of mine, and I attempted to put my own little movie together. And it took me almost the entire weekend to do it, but I did it. It came out okay. Feel free to take a look at it if you want, 219 Silvermine Avenue in Norwalk. But here is my point. This was my stumbling block. I have an i7 phone. And my laptop, my work computer that I use is a Windows operating system, a Microsoft operating system. So it was a little bit difficult to have my walkthrough be with an Apple product, and then trying to do some editing that wasn't an iMovie program. So my point is that I went through probably 2 or 3 editing programs, and the one that I liked, that I ended up using, is called OpenShot. So I'm going to throw it out there to those folks who are not working with a Mac computer or whatever. OpenShot I found to be the easiest, the most user friendly for those of us who don't do this all the time.
And that's an app?
That's an app, and it was free because, of course, I was looking for, I wanted free editing. So OpenShot is the name of the app, and like I said, I was able to do it for free. So if you want to see what that
So could you not use iMovie? Is
I
that?
could not. They
Okay.
do not have iMovie yet. I mean, I could have maybe done it all from my phone with editing,
Right.
but it was just too small. I needed to
Yeah.
be able to see it on a screen. So I wanted to do it on my laptop, and I added, music and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, just a thought for people if they.
That's great.
Yeah.
So a lot
Guys,
of us-
just another thing, if you can get into the homes and they're empty and you are doing virtual tours, also think about doing, at the same time, do a live
Yes.
on Facebook. I have a neighbor or somebody who lives in Weston who was going to hire me to list their home, and they went with somebody else. She saw me do a live and she was blown away. She wants to fire her agent because she's like, my agent's not working. She's from Halstead and their company has closed down. She's like, I can't believe you're working. I'm like, not only am I working, I'm crazed. I've never been busier. And she was blown away. So just to have people in your sphere on Facebook seeing you do things, I mean, even if it's not good, it doesn't have to be good. Just do it. Again, it's just one way to stand out above the competition.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's great, Christine. Also, I'm talking about Facebook Live. You've done Facebook Live, right, Christine?
Yes.
I mean, for listings.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. One thing that I learned from my coach, and it totally makes sense, and I'm sure you did this, Christine, but give advance notice.
Yes.
Put it out as an event so people will mark their calendars and they'll pay attention.
Absolutely.
You'll get better hits that way. And then make sure you save that video, of course, and then and offer the recorded video to those that may have questions about the property. It's just another way of having a touch post, the event.
Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah, totally.
Can we cover Facebook Live? Because I'd like to do one, but either that or I've got to find a video to watch because I don't know. Are you basically just turning the camera on your phone around and walking through?
Absolutely. That's it. And guys, know that after you do it, you don't have to make it go live. You can erase it before it goes live.
How do you make it go live?
It will automatically go live at the end of it, and it gives you like 3 seconds to say, or no, it gives you more than that. But after you finish it, it'll give you the option. Do you want it to go live?
Okay.
You're a button on Facebook
On Facebook.
that you where do you find that?
Well, if it would be on your phone, like when you hit live. And
Oh,
then when
okay.
When you unhit live, it will. Some people may see it, but it'll, you know.
Okay, I've probably seen it, just didn't know what it was.
Yeah, so I'm confused now.
Right
So
here.
you can be live from the get-go, right, Christine?
Yes,
Okay, so if you can be, that's what you would promote if you're going to do it that way, or
absolutely.
or not.
Right.
But I know Len Schwartz did one where he went live, and
Yeah.
that he was answering questions as people were asking on Facebook. So
Yep.
he made it very interactive. So that added a new dimension.
Yeah, which is great.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you put it out there to the Facebook world, and Facebook will help promote it too, and you'll get more people if you give them notice that you are going live.
And I don't know if
Christine,
you, go ahead.
Christine, are there time limits on these films, these videos?
On these
Are there
videos that I showed you or on Facebook Live?
No, in general, is there a minimum amount of time or maximum amount of time you can do?
It all depends on where you're going to post it. So, you know, on YouTube, there you can post it it can be as long as you want. A lot of my videos are a minute or under because I post them on Instagram, and they have to be a minute or under, or they won't post. But then you could do, you know, IGTV post as well. But
Facebook has a limit.
yeah, I don't know what it is. Mine tend to not go that long, so, but I don't know what the limit
I
is.
think it's pretty long. I think because
I do too.
some that
You
are
can
long.
post
Yeah.
pretty long. Just remember that the longer you post, the
Yeah.
less viewers you're going to receive.
Right.
So even if you don't post, even if you have a post for 60 seconds, just make sure it's quality content as opposed to a 60-minute video, you know. And
Yeah.
just like in Christine's videos, the most powerful thing is walking them through. Make believe that that person is blind, and you're kind of explaining everything that's happening, because we can get used to touring so many houses that we can go in the living room and say, okay, no, and just walk out, and not our clients, you know, even just the smaller things.
Yeah. And Christine, also, I heard from my coach that while you're doing Facebook Live, you can create a link on that post where they can request more information. Does that make
Absolutely.
sense? Okay.
Yes.
And Steve, which was that you can create the link?
On Facebook Live.
Oh, Facebook Live. Okay.
And I mean, it would be a good idea to, you know, do a Facebook Live, you know, every Friday at 3 o'clock so everybody knows and they'll tune in. That's been on my to-do list, which I haven't done, but it's a good idea to do.
Yeah. And even if, I think you started to say before, Christine, maybe before we were on air, if you have a house, I mean, obviously you're going to do this in a vacant house, most likely. That's the safest thing right now. But even if you can just be outside of a house,
Yes.
and do a full walk around, show the neighborhood. I mean, that's, especially now in the spring, it's a great time, great thing to do.
I had to do that. I have tenants who will not let me in. They're about to move out, so the house is a mess anyway. And I walked around the property and then I talked about Weston.
That's great. That's awesome. Well, this has been very helpful. I made a bunch of notes. I see also, let me just tell you, I don't know if you see Luke's notes in the chat group, that Luke has used Box Brownie for his rental listing at 1515 Summer. And he took photos with his phone, and then he had them edit it and virtually stage it. And he said they were great.
Yeah, it's a great idea.
Does anybody have any questions for Christine?
So the Box Brownie, are you doing that versus a professional photographer? I mean, just not during this sort of crisis period, but normally, or do you normally use a professional photographer in ordinary times?
I always use a professional, but with Box, well, not always. With Box Brownie, I mean, if you can take good photos with if you have a good Apple, you know, iPhone,
Sure.
and then have them edit it, it's not a bad idea to save some money. I mean, Box Brownie will charge you, per image too, but it's definitely a good option.
Sure, maybe lower price points or something.
Right.
Thank you.
And I've definitely had them do virtual staging. I think it's $35 a picture, and they've been great.
Okay, super.
Christine, do you recommend doing the Facebook Live via a business page or a personal, or both?
Both.
Okay.
You want to do both. I typically do it more on my personal, but just because I have many more contacts on my personal, but
Sure.
you definitely want to do it on both. So even if you have to do two, at separate times,
Right.
definitely do both.
Okay, that makes sense. Any more questions for Christine?
Oh, yeah, with the Facebook Live, I'm finding when I go to post photos, there, I don't know if something's changed, but it says, do you want it in your news timeline or do you want it in your story versus just a post?
Yeah, so it gives you that option, because you can't, so great question. In stories are huge right now, and they are seen more than your posts, but you only get 15 seconds. So definitely do videos, do short videos, do short teasers. You could even say, here's a sneak peek at 15 Mayflower Lane, go to my page to see more, or email me for more. But the stories are huge. So I would do stories and I would do posts as well.
Yeah, do story as an advertisement.
The news feed.
I'm sorry?
I think it's the news feed or your story. So the
Right,
news.
exactly.
Right.
So I would do both.
I use the stories all the time for sometimes a double post, not
Yep.
necessarily tours, but I use it. And then, you can put all kinds of stickers on it and you can say different things. You can write different comments. And I get
Absolutely.
so many people looking at them and they're just nothing important, but just stuff that's interesting.
And
Right.
guys, another little tip. So once you post your stories, I typically get about 100 views, and it will tell me who has viewed it.
Wow.
And you can, from that, I sent, thank you for viewing my post. Hope you are well. If you'd like any more information, reach out anytime. Because they viewed it. So you're not, they're not going to be upset that, you're stalking them. But it's another way to reach out to them.
That's huge. That's
Yeah.
huge.
Yeah,
Don't stories-
absolutely.
Steve or Christine, don't stories only last for the day though? Or
24
can
hours. We've got
Can you
24 hours
archive
to
them
reach
or
out to them.
anything or?
So at hour 20, that's, close to when you've had, as many views as you're going to get. That's when you copy and paste, that little phrase and send it to all of them.
That's great. That's again another way to advertise your coming live Facebook, virtual
Yeah.
tour, doing it on story, and then hitting them up before it goes away to remind them about.
Right. And this weekend I posted something, I can't remember what it was. And I didn't want it to be real estate, salesy at all. So again, it was just like, thank you for viewing my story. Hope you and your family are safe and well. And that's it. They know I'm in real estate. My post was a real estate post. So I didn't need to kind of hit them over
Right.
the head that I'm a real estate agent.
It's awesome. Great stuff. Did everybody take some good notes? I'm sure you did.
Oh, yeah.
Great.
Absolutely.
Great.
Thank you all. That was great.
Good.
Great. So just find Christine if you have any more questions
Absolutely.
afterwards, but I think we're good. Thank you, Christine. Really appreciate your time.
Thank you
Christine.
guys.
Thank you, Christine.
All right.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
See you guys.
Bye, guys.